I would say one of the most important things to note is the fact that we have a two-generational approach. We believe if we want to tackle the poverty cycle, we need to ensure that we not only assist and attend to the kids and the youth or the minor, but also their families and caretakers, because it does take a village and it needs to be a community effort, and we definitely see the impact and the results in that approach. We also now started attending from prenatal all the way to 60 years old with a multitude and variety of programming and initiatives that start all the way from early Head Start and Head Start, because we know how critical those that age is for the development and the future of the development of that kid and that minor, and the impact that it has on the family as well from a workforce and mental perspective. How do we measure this? We definitely measure it by graduation rates, by their academic performance, but also from a family perspective, how is their well-being as a unit? Have they been able to find jobs? Have they been able to really secure a brighter future or a more stable future for the family as a whole? And we can also measure impact that it does have in the community as well. What programming do we have to actually make this happen, right? So we have 3 pillars. We have an economic development pillar, social pillar, and educational pillar. And throughout all the efforts that we do, they're definitely connected to one of those 3 and connected to our bigger strategy and mission, which is to provide the youth the opportunities that they deserve to ensure that we start breaking those cycles, right? And you'll find our initiatives really vary from after-school tutoring program. We have specialized tutoring as well when it comes to math, Spanish, English. We have a STEM program. We have an English program as a second language. We have mental health programs and assistance as well. And then we have workforce development programs, not only for adults, but also for the youth that for one reason or another had to leave the school at one point, and they want to come back and earn their GED and go to college and go to work, right? So again, it's definitely a variety of initiatives. This cannot be done if it weren't for such a committed group of more than 500 employees and a team that is just so prepared and takes care and has such a big commitment with the youth and with Puerto Rico. And we're inviting you to have the same and be part of the movement. How are we handling the uncertainty that is going around or surrounding the federal funds and federal grants, particularly the inconsistency, I would say, in funding? It definitely poses a big challenge, I would say, for any organization, big and small, and we are not the exception. These grants are often subject to political shifts, to changes in government, to changes in government priorities, but also public policy, and some disruptions in the economy. So we're always very vocal for everybody in the third sector, for the private sector to understand and really grasp the importance that you all play in the work that we do and that we all do together as a community for our communities. It is imperative that we all work together, not just government and the third sector, but also with the private sector and their support, because it's really because of people like you, collaborations, partnerships, donations, and with your assistance that we get to do what we do for the families and the kids in Puerto Rico, but also around the world, right, for all of our communities. So I definitely want to extend you an invitation to visit our website, www.bgcpr.org, to learn more about what we do, about students' stories, about success stories, about full circle stories like kids that have been our club kids from where they went 6. They became Youth of the Year. Later on, they graduated and are now working and coming back to give back to their communities by working in an organization. So you can learn all of that. I also want to let you know that you're more than welcome anytime to visit any of our centers. So we're just a phone call away, or email or text away, because we definitely want you to know that the work that you do, the support that you give us, really has an impact and a lasting impact, not only on our youth, but on our families, on our staff, team, and most important, our communities and Puerto Rico. And it's important to understand, if we want to ensure we have a bright future, full of opportunities, full of, of health, of well-being, of us being a prepared community to tackle any challenges that come our way, we need to support and bet on our kids. They are the future of Puerto Rico. They are the future of the states and the world as a whole. So please ensure that you come, you join our family, you join the Boys and Girls Clubs of Puerto Rico movement, and you continue to support the youth of our families.